Welcome to Gino Spotlight.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino Shot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Namaste, namaste to you all. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gino's Spot. My name is Lentil Fasahi. Hello, Heather Victor. How you doing? Nice to see you there. And Carol Jacobs, all the way from East London. Yet he always check you on the horse. Yeah. And namaste to you as well. Namaste to everybody. Wow, it's been so hectic. Like Cyril's locking us down again, tuning us. We all like naughty boys. Nobody's allowed on the beach. Yeah, I even went to get my hair cut just in case I wouldn't get. Do you know the hairdresser in Tanya got arrested? Yeah, Bliss, Sarah at Bliss. She got arrested for selling drugs. Yeah. I've been going to her like 6 years, bro. I never even realized she was a hairdresser. Rihanna Abrams, I love you as well, eh? And how's it? And hello, possums. Yeah, that's Australian. Caroline Morgan, nice to have you as well, all the way from Woomera. Yeah, and you know, bro, I phoned the chemist today, like Ian from Ian Robertson. Hey, he's been as well. I hope he's better. If you tag him, I hope he's feeling good, because Ian's like been sick. I phoned him up like I could tune. Hey, I need some medical marijuana. He tunes me, what for? I said, to cure my addiction to marijuana. So he says, push hash. So push nothing. Let me tune you. Goofballs like me, okay? Goofballs like me, we drive slowly. So when I drove like to the chemist, okay, I drive in the Kumbi, okay? So I drive lang slow, and when I check hitchhikers, hitchhikers are like, they're like, good driving, man. That's what I skim they're saying. Anyway, you drive slow, and then what happens is I drive past them, and then because I'm driving so slow, thanks Chasey, I've got a spirits here, bro. Got some spirits with me. And so I'm driving, right, the O's think I'm slowing down for them, the hitchhikers. So like they all just follow me. So like I get to the chemist, they're like 20 O's arrive with me. I don't know, they just have to go home. And anyway, so the O pulls me over there at the police station near Woomera, okay? As I go past, he's like, are you on drugs or have you been drinking? I'm like, whoa, one question at a time, bro. I hate O's who take drugs. Like airport security and cops and that. They mustn't come and cause trouble, because otherwise I don't know what I'll do. I'll meditate them to death. Like meditation. Hey, we've been trying meditation. It's better than sitting around doing nothing. Dawn Taylor, how's it, eh? Oh, lekker, I'm glad I do. Well, let's stick those comments up, eh? We're going to sing your comments for you, bro. Okay, you ready to rock and roll? Let's hit it. Let's do it. A bit of Beach Boys, I thought, for a little bit of, because we're not allowed at the beach. Well, East Coast girls and Jeff Applewhite are always there in Church Road. He says, who's it? I hope you're not hoosing, cause then you'll have COVID. Heather Victor says hello, cause she's like a kind of girl.
And Carol Jacobs makes another funny video in East London again. Oh, I wish they all could be Wendy Tompkins Thompson, California. Dawn Taylor Tina says I'm coming surfing. Yeah, I hope so. The West Coast got the sunshine and the hee-haw rodham grand. Bikini on a wine island dolls and a palm tree in the sand. I've been all around this great big world and I've seen all kind of girls. Yeah, but I couldn't wait to get back to Caroline Morgan. Cause orange, nothing rhymes with orange. And wish they all could be California orange. Yeah, Rihanna Abrams dancing the whole night long. Oh, Darlene Gray is, hey Gino, says Darlene Gray, Gino, says Darlene Gray, Gino, says Darlene Gray, Gino. Oh, yeah, the orange, orange, orange rhymes with the orange, orange, smorange. Oh! All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino Spot tonight. And we've got an old stalwart of PE, as well as the Eastern Cape, Mr. Alan Stapleton. He's going to be coming in just a moment. Just a hello, Jace Dean Burren, all the way in Hungary. And all the way across the world, people are watching everywhere. Hello, Evo. She's a honey, you rat. She's a honey. I don't know which honey you're talking about. Probably Jace. Jace, yes, she is a honey. All right. And we've got a whole lot of stuff tonight as well. We've got plenty to get through. So the first thing we've got to have a look at is, of course, we have Darren Fuller tonight with What You're Watching, which is our regular slot for telling you what you need to know and what you need to watch on Netflix or Amazon or whatever one you subscribe to, or D's TV. I love D's TV. It costs a hell of a lot, and then you push buttons and you get repeats. Oh dear. Heather Victor says there's a video connection stuck. Mo, my video is fine. It's going very, very nicely. I think your video must be stuck. Just do a quick router reset there, Heather Victor. And I see, who else is on you? Rihanna Abrams, Stapes. He says your biggest fan is there waiting. Stapes, that's right. Stapes, your biggest fan is right here waiting. There's plenty. I think there are plenty of Stapes fans in this little town of ours, I'm telling you, as well as all throughout the Eastern Cape. We got plenty to talk about with Stapes. First of all, we're going to hit What You're Watching with Darren Fuller. Let's have a look and see what she's doing. Bring her on. Thank you, Darren Fuller.
Hello.
Darren, I was just thinking, Gary was waiting. He was waiting for me to thank the sponsors, because Spar, obviously, and Fitch and Leeds, that we obviously need to thank every time, you know.
I love Fitch and Leeds.
Amobia, as yes. Have you got something? Have you got something to drink, Darren?
Of course
Are
I
you
do.
drinking?
It is. 'Tis a gin.
Excellent.
Yes.
What is that glass? That looks like a nice glass. That.
Ooh, it is.
Hey,
it is
that
a
looks
fancy
like
glass. It is a fancy glass.
Yes.
I actually think it might be from America. I'm
Star
not entirely
Wars looks like a
certain.
Star Wars kind of. It looks like a science fiction glass. Hey?
It keeps everything very cool. So it's kind of science fiction-y, I guess. In Star Wars, they cryo freeze people. So,
Futuristic.
okay.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
Cryo freeze them. Yes, right.
Yes, in carbonite.
Oh, excellent. A carbonite glass. Fan. Cheers to you,
Woo.
Darren. And let us know what you've been watching.
Cheers. I shall. All right. So, I've been having a Star Wars marathon, to be perfectly honest, but I have managed to watch other things. So one thing that I watched was the Great British Baking Show Holiday Edition. Okay, so in general, I don't really watch baking or cooking things really, but this was just splendid because it's a holiday edition. They have the competition in this really gorgeous tent, and they have snowy trees, and it's just magical. And every part of the competition between, I think, about 4 contestants is obviously Christmas related. So, you know, they're making gingerbread houses, and they were making, you know, like snow cookies. It's just really fantastic. And I really got into it like a sports match. I was shouting at them, you know, like they drop the gingerbread. I'm like, oh my God, how are you going to fix the gingerbread? So I really got involved with that. And if you love Christmas, and who doesn't love chocolate and such, really, I think you should really watch it. It's very lovely. It's very nice. Okay. And then these 2 films, they're not new, but they are new to Netflix. And the one I hadn't watched for some bizarre reason, one is Peppermint. It's not anything to do with Christmas. It's actually Jennifer Garner, who is my favorite ever since Alias. Jennifer Garner is actually, you know, you used to get those Charles Bronson films, those Venge films. Oh man, what were they called? My dad loved them. Anyway, so you know, Charles Bronson goes out and death. Anyway, so he goes and avenges his family. So basically, I see this as almost the female version of this, of the Charles Bronson. So Jennifer Garner, her family is murdered, and she spends her life training and goes after them for vengeance. So firstly, Jennifer Garner and vengeance. Very good film. And then Mr. Right. You know, this movie is not new, and I have no idea how I haven't watched it. It has Anna Kendrick, who is my sole celebrity. I think she is me, just richer and more attractive. Anna Kendrick and Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell, I mean, he's just fantastic actor, and to see him dance is just beautiful. So this movie is about Sam Rockwell, who is an assassin, and Anna Kendrick, who just can't find the right guy, and they meet, and hilariousness ensues. Obviously, lots of gunshots and such, but it's really such a fantastic film. It was so unexpectedly glorious. So Mr. Right, watch that. And The Alienist, I don't know if any of you guys watched The Alienist. Season 1 came out in, I think, 2018. Now, the second season is here. I really love The Alienist. It's a bit dark. It's set in the 1890s. It's essentially The Alienist. He's essentially, I suppose, the beginning origins of forensics, detective work, psychiatry. So you have your alienist, and then you have Dakota Fanning as a rich, fancy lady who is, I suppose, she's just kick-ass, really. She's basically going against society, and she becomes a detective. And it's just, it's a really good show. It's a bit dark. A little bit dark, the content can be, but it's really, really good if you like period films, period series, and it's really, really good. It's really well acted. It's very dark, but anyway. Okay, so that's all for what I've watched, but what I must say, guys, okay, I'm going to paint you a scenario. So here's me with my trolley. I'm going to Spar, and I see the books that they sell in Spar, because I'm a nerd that way. So I find this book by Julia Quinn, and I'm like, this is a nice book. I buy it. I read it. I love it. Turns out she has 20 books in the series, and there's a Netflix show coming up. What are the chances? Okay, so Julia Quinn, this is one of her books. There we go. It is Regency romance. It's a little bit racy, but Bridgerton is coming out on Netflix on the 25th on Christmas. It's coming out, Bridgerton, the series. The first season will be based on Julia Quinn's book, The Duke and I. So if you want to go out and get that book and read it, to be prepared, do it. You have 10 days to read it. But I'm so excited for this show, guys. Like really, really, the books are so good. So yes, be excited for that coming up on the 25th. That's me.
Darren, what you're watchings are getting better and better every single week. And I can see that you're totally recovered from COVID now because you're full of beans again. I love it.
I really am. Yeah, no, those are good hospitals. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good medication. Yeah, I'm not talking about the gin. I mean,
only for medicinal purposes.
Of course, absolutely. I would never for anything else. Yeah.
No, so was it spaghetti westerns you were trying to think of?
No. There was this like series of 3 films with Charles Bronson. Death. Death. You know, his family's murdered, and then he goes off into the night in alleyways and attacks people. Yes, it was a vengeance.
Yes.
It was a whole vengeance.
Yes,
gig.
it was a vengeance thing.
Yes,
and with R. Something.
My dad and I were always talking about it, and now, but now I couldn't. I can't remember.
Come on, put it in the comments. Who knows in the comments? What was it? The big Charles Bronson movie, man.
Yes, there were like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah,
yes,
and he was kind of like the Liam Neeson before Liam Neeson taken.
Yes, or
Liam Neeson is the new Charles Bronson. Guy.
Yeah, Death Wish, yes! Death Wish! Philippa got it.
That was gonna melt my brain. So yes, Death Wish.
Death Wish 1, 2, 3, Death Wish 4.
Yes, it's like a gender swapped Death Wish.
Oh, excellent. Okay, yes. Brilliant. Well, thank you for that, Derry. That was absolutely magnificent what you're watching tonight. Pleasure. Take a bow.
Thank you.
Okay. Ciao. All right. That's Darren Fuller, ladies and gentlemen. She is getting better and better at this. Really, she is. Death Wish. Everybody's got Death Wish. Death Wish. I see it coming up there. Thank you, Nokolo. It's Death Wish, man. It's Death Wish. Oh, there we go. Delene also got it there. Fantastic. You know, Charles Bronson was big then. I don't know what he looks like now, but I can only imagine he must be getting on in years. If he's still alive, I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have in the studio tonight our special guest indeed, Mr. Alan Stapleton. I'm going to invite him into the chair. Yeah, we got him right in studio. And I know that Alan's just he's not just had COVID. You've had COVID a little while ago. So a couple of weeks, more than 2 weeks ago at least. We're moving a little bit on this side to the camera. It's fine. I can't be infected by you at this stage, so we're fine. We can kiss if we want to. Oh my word. So Alan Stapleton, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Stapes, you're known throughout PE. Particularly from in the grey circles, because I know the guy. Anybody who's been to Grey remembers you. The Grey. Anybody who's been to the Grey remembers you because you taught. I think you taught most of my friends. Actually, yeah, bad indeed. Hang on, I don't know if you've got. Oh, there you go. We got. Can everybody hear Stapes if he speaks nicely now? Can you hear him? Say, give them a 1-2, Stapes. Give them a 1-2. There we go. That's it.
We're all there.
Okay, excellent. All right. Says, hello, Stapes, says Rihanna Abrahams. Wow. Where's Rihanna? Where is Rihanna from? She's a fan.
Rihanna is my special little girl at Spar.
Ah, Spar. Excellent. Okay, good. Well, Stapes, I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to use this mic over here so we can both be heard. I want to see if it is actually working. Yes, good. It's all good. So, Stapes, I always start with a history. Where you were born, where you came from, how did you get to... You started in King Williamstown before that?
Not sure where I was born, but I came from Zimbabwe.
You're not sure where it was?
So we came down from Zimbabwe, I don't know, when I was about 5-6 years old, and landed up in a funny little place called King Williamstown.
King, I don't know if there's anybody from King there. Just tag yourselves. Say, how's it? The volume is soft. I'll lift it up. I think Gary's telling me the volume is quite soft, so we can lift that up there. How's that? That's a bit better.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, that's good. I can see it on this side here, so we good. And so King, straight to King from Zim. So I mean, you don't remember anything of Zim?
Very little, eh?
I think
funnily. when I've driven through Zimbabwe after that,
Yeah.
all sort of lights came on.
Ah.
Oh shit, I was there.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember that's Posy. Yeah.
But but I like to say I'm a winry.
A winwy. Rhodesia. Oh my word. No, so I mean, I know that, and then you were at Dale. Did you go to Dale at school, junior school?
Dale all my life.
All your life.
All
So
my life.
is Dale a junior school as well? I didn't even know.
Junior school, senior school, the whole.
Really, the whole trip.
Yeah.
Okay, Dale. And was your father farming, or how did you
He
manage
was
to?
a land surveyor.
Oh,
I travelled a lot, so I didn't see a lot of him.
okay.
2 brothers.
Okay, two puts.
I was
three of you.
a bit of a
Small one.
afterthought,
Oh, really?
and they've been very successful. I've kind of just lived.
Oh no, I don't know about that. I mean, you know, we were talking about it earlier, and and the fact that your brothers, one's a surgeon, or
Yeah.
surgeon, another one.
Pancreatic and liver. I'm very worried that I might land up on his
In
table.
one of his
one day.
tables. Oh my God. I don't know if I'd like my brother cutting it out. Now, Gary's got a couple of photos here. Tell me about that little photo over there, Stapes. Can you see that photo?
Yeah, where he gets that shit, I don't.
I don't know where. Gary has his ways and means, but you're looking very buff there. That's a nice sort of watch. Is it a watch you're
I
wearing there?
think I was quite goofed.
Goofed. Were you goofed in that? But it's a lovely stone wall behind you. Where was that taken?
That stone wall was my tennis wall.
Oh.
I used to play tennis against that wall, and
Okay.
so the ball would bounce all over the place.
Yes.
And then I had to run and chase. So maybe that's where my love of squash came from.
I see Paul Mason saying, "Hello, Stapes, keep it tight." Oh, classic. There we go. Great, Duncan Phillips. Great guy, tough teacher, very conservative on the marking of English papers. Great class of '85. I've not forgotten this good man. Class of '85.
Thanks. He was head boy of Grey.
Really? Okay.
Great boy. Great
Huh?
boy. Very good golfer.
Okay.
Straight down the line.
Okay.
But unlike me.
Okay. Straight down the hay diddle diddle.
Yeah.
Excellent. Duncan, I hope you're still playing a bit of golf, young man. All right, and I see. And so I mean, Dale College started your. Did you start with sport early, like you said, hitting against the wall?
No, you know, living in a little town like King,
Yeah,
there's not much to do.
yeah,
So you live with your walls, and we just lived at the rugby field or the soccer field. I mean, the tennis courts. We just hit balls all over the place, and we used to get together, whether it was a 19-year-old or a 10-year-old, and we'd play around, and there'd be the odd scuffle and whatever. But my big love was that little tennis wall. I used to just go and hit against the tennis wall and loved it. And
just, I mean, I suppose just starting off, you know.
Wimbledon called me.
Gary's wanting you to use a mic as well. So you use that one.
Okay.
So I've got a loud booming voice as well. Well, tell me about that photo there. That is it's at Dale College.
That's where this gets those pictures from.
You know,
I do not know, but I think that was deputy head boy
Yes,
at Dale.
deputy head boy at Dale.
Sure.
You know.
They didn't have much to choose
You
from.
know, Dale at that stage was a big bloody school, Stapes. So that's quite a feat, I got to say. Deputy head boy at Dale, and did you keep it on the straight and narrow? Then you didn't go smoking behind the toilets. No. And are you still in touch with mates that you knew from Dale?
Lots, yeah.
Is it?
No, that's, the Dale network and the traditional school network is very, very special.
Is that?
You know, you can never get away from that. And I've got some very, very special friends
Yeah.
All over the world now.
Yeah, they've travelled everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, some rich ones, some very poor ones, but great friends.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different time back then. The school was it's obviously also they're still a Dale and Queen's derby days.
I think if you actually look at those three schools, Queen's, Selborne, Dale.
Yeah.
They've really, if they've been able to evolve and maintain the culture of the school and the ethos of the school and bring in all of what South Africa is all about, I think they really need to be, they've done a fantastic job.
They have. I mean, if you look at Dale, and I mean, we were up there a couple of years ago now. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, and we went up there for a gig. And I can't remember which hall it was, KHS I think, or one of the schools there, and there was a Dale Queen's rugby game, and holy moly, it was just packed. It was packed.
No, they've maintained those traditions and built it into the ethos and the culture of where we are. So they've done a fantastic job.
So kudos to those schools for keeping it up. And it's a farming community, that whole area. I mean, a lot of I don't know if the guys from Queenstown and from Fort Beaufort, the places. I always say they all speak like that,
Buttonswar.
Alan Veyer, we had Alan Veyer on the other night.
He's a beauty.
And I want to get Brian Mullins on at some stage as well. We'll get the two of them.
One day you must get Neil Emsley on.
Oh,
because he can do that Buttonswar thing.
Well, I'm sure I can. Now that you mention Neil, I don't know if Gary's awake enough here, but I think we might.
First, remember meeting Stapes very clearly in 1981 when we were playing InterVarsity Rose against UPE in Port Elizabeth, and I ended up being matched against Stapes in our squash match. And although he doesn't recall this as clearly, I remember very well that I thrashed him 3-1. And since then, we've been mates, and we've played a lot of squash matches and recently some racquetball games. And in our squash matches, which over a period of, 40 odd years, we worked out one day that we probably played somewhere around 900 matches, of which 885 went to 5 sets, and the winning ratio, we agreed, although there's no record, is 52% to Emsley and 48% to Stapleton. So the next time we came across paths was at a SA University squash tournament, which was held in Grahamstown. And I'm sure that Stapes was the only student squash player ever to attend a tournament with his ankle in plaster, because he was part of the UPE team but did something to his ankle in the weeks before the tournament, was in plaster, on crutches, but that didn't stop him from joining us for the week in Grahamstown. So because I was the host and he was not playing, we could go out and have a party every now and then. We were staying in Jan Smuts' residence, and we came back one night, and there was a very small car, even smaller than a Volkswagen Beetle, that was parked in the driveway. I think the master in charge of the residence was leaving the next morning. And I said to Stapes, well, I'm going to walk right over this car. And while he hobbled past on his crutches, I walked over the car, and we went to bed. We had a good laugh about it. We went to bed. And the next morning, we were at breakfast, and we were sitting with the guy who was in charge of the residence. I'm not going to mention his name at this stage. And he said to me, the guy from the residence said to us, you know what happened last night? When I got out of my car this morning, some guy had walked right over the top of my car because I could see his footprints there. And Stapes looked at me, I looked at him, and he didn't say a word. So I appreciate his loyalty that got me from being in a bit of trouble with the housemaster at Jan Smuts' residence. I don't really want to talk about the funny things that Stapes does sometimes, like when he Steve walks in the middle of the night and thinks the wardrobe is the toilet. I really don't want to talk about that, but I will tell you another little story. When I was his best man, my 2 jobs at his wedding service were to make sure I had the ring to give to him and to read a piece from the Bible under the name of the Galatians. And I had to read out which verses I was reading from the Galatians. And although I thought I said it quite well, I've been teased ever since. It's over 30 years about how I said the Galatians at their wedding service. And he and his wife, Trish, we've had such a wonderful relationship over the years. Great friendship and lots of laughs. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, Trish.
The Galatians.
The Galatians.
It was going to get this.
Must have been good advice because we're still together.
Exactly. No, and how many years ago was that, Stapes? 35 years. Oh, my soul. Yeah, it goes like that. It does. Okay, so it's Emsley. Where did you meet Neil?
Yeah, so Bushbuck's been a fantastic friend. We actually started playing school cricket against each other, but basically at varsity and squash, and then we've just grown together.
Oh man, well I don't know if Gary's got any more pictures of the early days there. I know you had a couple that were quite interesting. That looks was that in your trampolining days?
Yes, I pulled a lot of chicks with that.
With the trampoline.
Also, that's heading off on just after honeymoon.
Oh, Stokes, that looks lovely. I don't know where you were going with that.
Well, at least I had my 6-pack.
You know, 2 of them. Oh, there we go.
It's graduating it. So I did UPE.
Yes.
And then I did honours at Rhodes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you went to Rhodes, eh?
Yeah, I went to Rhodes, yes.
Full on, yeah.
We did a bit of the spliff.
I'm sure you would have at Rhodes. That's like the place for the spliff.
Teaching English as a second language.
Oh, there we go.
Which I've never used.
Right. Oh, so that was your graduation, obviously.
That November.
Oh, yeah. I see that November going on there.
I'm not doing that again.
No, you're not. Never again. No. You didn't like that.
No.
It was a bit of Freddie Mercury. It's right. When was that? That looks like your teaching days.
No, that's a Java's squash tournament.
Ah. Okay, you started squash then at UPE as well, where you played at school too?
Yeah.
Okay, because squash is one of the loves of your life.
Big passion. Yeah. Probably carried me through life.
Yeah.
Squash has been very special. Although initially I didn't enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, my dad used to play, my brothers used to play. I thought, it's a cocky little game, played in a box, and woggle. And we had a guy, Jonah Barrington, who was the world champion in the 70s and a magnificent man. And he came out to, and he did a tour all around South Africa, but he went to all of the little towns and did these little clinics. But a magnificent showman, a bit like you.
Yeah.
And so I went to this little clinic in the afternoon, and it was fantastic. And then he was doing another one in the evening.
Oh, there we go. There's a bit of squash happening there.
Look at those nice tight.
tight buns. There we go. He was in form for Crusaders' first league squash. There we go.
Yeah. So and Jonah Barrington sort of hooked me into squash, and I started playing, and then I started reading my brothers, and it hooked me.
Okay, so beating your brothers.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So and I don't know, cricket, rugby, golf, everything just kind of went by the wayside, and squash became my passion.
There we go. The cricket as well, I see. That's Ray Jennings behind the wickets there.
They used to call me Symbols.
Symbols?
Symbols Stapes.
Symbols Stapes.
So I used to miss a lot of catches.
I see, well, there's a bouncer. You're getting it there.
No, that's me in the background.
Yes, I see
I'll
that.
I'll probably drop that one as well.
I don't believe it. Wicketkeeper Alan Stapleton made the paper twice, never caught a ball.
Actually scored 100.
Oh.
Once.
I
I just started teaching at Grey.
Yeah.
And I scored 100 against Warmer, against Neil Emsley and Dave Emsley.
Oh, really?
And in the Herald on the I was a teacher playing for the first team.
Yeah.
And in the Herald on the Monday morning, Grey Schoolboy scores century.
Great schoolboy. Your first teaching year. My word. Oh no. And I mean, old friends like that. You talking about the Emsleys, and was it Keith?
Keith Crankshaw.
Yes. Did he play squash with you as well? Or how did
So Keith was teaching with me as well. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, teaching as well. Okay,
yeah.
great. Because we've got a little guest over here. We're going to bring in as well. We've got Vicky in, just to say hello. Hello, Vicky.
I just want to wow you.
Me too, darling.
So, Vicky, you got to tell us something about Stapes here. That's interesting because we're getting his friends to give a bit of the background into Stapes. So we don't miss the Spar and Grey High School all that.
No, we've got lots. Hey, Stapes.
Okay, we should have spoken before.
No, Stapes. Do you remember going to a fondue?
Couple.
A fondle you?
No, with me.
Oh. Not.
Oh, of course I do.
What meat did you buy, Stapes?
Probably mince.
Exactly.
I bought mince for the fondue. You obviously didn't quite know what a fondue was all about.
I don't know what to say.
But I think Vicky probably asked me for a fondle.
Oh, that's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
No. And then, Stapes, talk us through wedding dates.
Okay. This is a beauty.
Okay. Tell us.
So, Vicky and Cranks and myself and Trish, we both fall in love.
Yeah.
That's another little story beforehand, but
Okay.
I was actually chasing after Vicky.
Oh, was he chasing you?
Yeah, I was chasing after Vicky,
no,
but Cranky pulled in before him.
Crankshaw got in before you. Yes.
Yeah. But we were both teaching, so we both decided on the same date to get married. But we got engaged differently. So then we decided, well, we've got the same friends.
Yes.
Okay, so we decided we'll get married on a Friday and Vicky and Cranks will get married on this Saturday.
Okay.
So it was basically the same party that went from Friday evening, St. Bernadette's, off to Old Grey. Cranky and Gary Smith and whatever got drunk, whatever. And then the next morning...
Including Keith.
Including Keith as well. Frot.
Remember,
and then
he got his wedding still fixed.
And then we woke up the next morning and went off to Vicky and Craig's wedding at lunchtime at NMU.
Classic. That's so.
We just shared our guests.
Shared it out. That's a good idea. At least you knew how many people were coming. You could tell the people that were getting out of control.
Yeah.
The fair warning.
No, but I had to pay more because they drank more on the Friday night than Vicky.
Oh, right.
Well, you must talk to Cranks. He had to pay. Exactly.
All right.
But listen, the best last one. Stapes, talk them through your sleepwalking in Kippersol.
Yeah, I'd say to you and I say to Trisha, these are secrets that are not to be told. But sometimes I have drunk
Copious amounts.
just one beer too many.
Too many, and then it becomes become brave afterwards. Becomes a good idea to have more.
And the toilet doesn't call me.
Oh, right.
So when I was at university,
Yes.
I had a friend, Rob Semple, who was my roommate,
Yes.
and he put his veldskoens out next to his bed.
Yes.
And the one night, I piddled in the one, and then I piddled in the other. But then there wasn't enough to fill.
Oh, nice.
So then I'd weed around the rest.
All right, I filled them both up. Oh, my soul. Vicky, I don't know if we should have you on for much longer.
No, I'm done now. I'm done.
You're done.
I
I think I might get fired after this.
Oh, no.
No. Remember, it's a long time ago.
Absolutely, and thank you, Vicky. We needed some. I thought we'd get on some people that Stapes loves, and I know you're definitely one of them. There, you're in that basket.
Yeah. I'm in the Spar basket.
Yes, in the Spar basket.
She's a very special friend.
Absolutely. Thank you, Vicky. Thanks, Amal. Gary's got you off there. All right. I mean, I know through your life, your those relationships are always important. And we spoke. Oh, there's Roseanne saying hello as well.
That's my other fro.
Yes, the other fro from the Spa, indeed. And you know, relationships are so important, and throughout your life, you know, with anybody, it's like I feel that if your relationships are everything in life. There's nothing else really. What is there? There's money. That stuff doesn't matter. It's your relationships with people over the time. You know.
You know, if I had to write a book about business, not that I know much about it.
Yeah.
It is, I honestly believe that relationships is the key to any success.
Yeah.
And networking and getting to know people and getting to know how they react and how you react to them. And
Yeah.
all of that. It's such a key thing.
It is. Another thing that we were discussing earlier is that you've got these little sections of your life. Your squash is a passion. I mean, tell us a little bit about the squash. Tell us how you. I mean, I know how you got into it, but I mean, you always seem to be organising stuff around here. So
I don't know. It just became a passion, and so I love playing.
you coached as well.
Yeah, so I got into coaching later, but
Okay.
well, not really. So I came to UPE, and I played border schools and
Okay.
that sort of thing. And I came to UPE, but I wasn't very good with girls. So I thought, well, maybe if I coach squash, that'll be good. And so I had a couple of girls that I coached, and
Yes.
then I went out with
Trish.
Gary's probably got Cecile Dupree out.
In the wings.
But Cecile and I went out for a while
Okay.
via my coaching kind of
Okay.
thing. And I met Trisha because she was also a squash player. Kind of
Okay.
thing. So, sport adds value to your life.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it does. I mean, well, any sport, any sport, as long as you get out to meet people and it's all again about relationships.
Yeah, so, I played and I was very ambitious and I had a good couple of seasons and made, beat a couple of Carl Baumeister, I beat him. And
Okay. Yeah.
So, and I made the EP side and I was,
Yeah.
wow, and I rushed, we were invited to play a little triangular in East London, but I was nervous,
Really?
And we drove to East London, not in a Porsche like this.
Yeah. Like we went. We came back from East London in the Porsche a couple of days ago. It was magical. Yeah.
Yeah, I got onto the court and I was like a nervous hedgehog.
Yeah.
And got smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played a bit of provincial squash, but
Yeah.
I just love playing. I love squash because of the 45 minutes you can knock off, you can go and play, you can forget about life. And
Yeah.
your wife and all
Yes.
the hassles. And have a good smash and bash
Yes.
and have a couple of beers and they're great people who play it.
Yeah, and well, one thing that you did for myself, it got me back into squash a bit, and it's been fantastic,
I'm still going to get you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I know that I think Gary's got a couple more pictures. I don't know if he's got any more pictures that could of the early times, or whether it's onto Gray. Because these times, the times in your life that you've taken a chance and you've moved, is that Grey High School then?
Yeah, that's a grey high school picture.
Okay.
But just before that, Gino, so
Yes.
and it links up a bit with the teaching is so coaching and teaching very much part of who I am and what I am, and if you want to call it a calling, I think that's where I did. So from the I was never the best player, but I think coaching wise I did a lot.
Yeah.
And then I got into admin because all the admin people were shit, so I thought I wanted to do a better job.
To the admin.
So, I did EP chairman of that stuff. So I've done the admin, the coaching, the squash, but it really is just a passion of mine.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the teaching, but I mean, to move also to these things from teaching to Spar, that's a big move,
I'm sure Gary's got some shit.
I'm sure he has. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what else you got there, Gary. A couple of picks for Stapes. He's got the great picture.
Put him under pressure then.
Yeah. So putting it in a bit under pressure. Oh, there we go. There's that looks. Let's see if we can get it up. Oh, there we go. That looks.
This comes to a little
so
bit
kids.
Of pornographic.
Yes, a little bit of naked, a little bit of being naked. That's all right. We're okay with that on Gino's spot. Your two kids.
Yeah. Ian and Karen, they are in Hong Kong and Vietnam.
Okay.
And ironically, neither of them studied teaching.
Yeah.
One did marketing, the other did BCom, going to auditing and things. And now they're both teaching.
Yeah.
I'm out of teaching.
I know. Oh, okay.
Sadly, they won't be back for Christmas, which is sad.
Well, instead of that, we've brought on someone else for you. We've got Tomo.
Oh.
It says Gary there, but it's actually Tomo. Hello, Tomo.
Tomo, I just want to say I dreamt about you the other night.
Not me.
About you.
Must have been a
bad dream.
Het was een nachtmerrie geweest, hoor je.
First met Stapy when he came fresh out of UPE, and he was this major sportsman. He was a cricket player, and he was a squash player and a tennis player, and he was coming to teach English. And apart from teaching English, he also taught Xhosa, which was quite astounding to me because I was an English teacher. And our friendship, I think, started probably on the second day, because he and Cranky started, I think, on the same day. And they were just good guys. And we just needed good guys to come and teach with us at Grey. And it was absolutely wonderful to have him around. In fact, they were talking about their weddings. Stapy, tell them about the music at the weddings.
What happened to the music at your wedding? I'm gathering that it was you.
Annie's song.
I just sang it twice. Once for them and once for Cranky the next day.
Did you do 2 gigs that week?
2 gigs to keep it going. The party just kept going. It was the same music.
Yeah, and I know exactly what happened. They asked you to pay for nothing. That's what happened.
No, that was part of it. But what I want
gave him some beers.
What I want Stapy to tell you is he's about one of the more colourful evenings of his life. And by this, I'm referring to his bachelor party. Stapy, explain.
Okay, so I had some very good friends.
Yes.
Neil Thompson,
Yes.
Rod McClelland, and a chap called Dickie Ogilvie.
Oh, yes. So we met Dickie when he came on to your show as well, Tomo. You have to speak up into that mic now. Stapes teaching you.
Okay, so they took me off to the Crusaders bar.
Yes, right.
And
yes.
proceeded to pour all sorts of alcohol and all sorts of things down my brain and gullet and whatever.
And he refused nothing. He refused absolutely nothing.
You know?
Why would I? And then took me home to our little place in Museum Street, our cozy little place that looks onto Gino Philippa's
school there, yes, Museum Street.
And lay me down on white sheets,
Oh, nice. Oh dear.
and then painted me head to toe with mercurochrome
Whoa!
and gentian violet.
It was
I
half
woke
and
up the
half.
next morning.
Half and half. Exactly straight down the middle. Right the way down. With no deviations. It was a half for everything.
Did you not go over the lines?
No. Half shaft
Proper.
here, half shaft there. It was straight down.
Stapes. What did you do when you woke up?
I smiled.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then climbed into the bath and tried to clean it off. And I said to Trish, I haven't taken leave, so I must go to school.
You go to school. You got to go to work. Half and half. Oh, who needs enemies?
Man. A very pink and purple man. He had it too. I was told to return home by the rector, I think it was.
Really? Who was the rector at that time?
That was Dieter.
Oh, Dieter Parkendorf.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. So he didn't like that one little
By
bit.
understanding, man, he just said, Mr. Stapleton, go home.
He was a man of few words.
Oh, right. Yeah, that wasn't very German of you. Oh, classic Tomo. And
Stapes was a very good, popular teacher, very good teacher. The kids enjoyed him. They related to him because of the sports field and because of his manner, and because I think he was always a born teacher, and because of his love of the language, which still remains today. I think it started with a Christmas letter once a year. He would give us a Christmas letter. And that developed and started into his writing, and which has then developed into the Balls to the Wall, which is now his sort of primary area of writing. And he's always been talented that way. I still believe he's a terribly frustrated teacher. I think he would have been fine as a teacher just to remain there, but he had to go into somewhere else. He was always going there.
yes,
It's a pity
yes,
because I think he loved his teaching.
I did.
yeah.
I honestly believe it's where I should have been.
Yeah, it's a kind of it's a calling, teaching is a calling, in the end. I mean, I'm sure Philip is the same, feels the same. It's a vocation. And there's Jane Stevenson saying she loves Alan's letters that he shares with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that love of writing is just grown. I think it's one that's a bit of an offload.
Yeah.
Just getting shit off my shoulders.
Yes.
And maybe just, I don't know, but I love writing.
Yeah.
So
No, you can see that.
And I love it when I write stuff and people like Jane say, "Wow, that's great."
Yeah, I love it. It's Facebook and those places. I mean, I know I see your posts. They're always cryptic, and I'm trying to work out.
No, they're
I've
so
got to work
simple.
out else thing out
Very
now today.
simple.
What is it? But it's certainly interesting, and so it keeps. That's what life's about.
Yeah.
But Tomo, how many years you? I mean, you taught for I don't know how many. But here's Ed Lunnan saying hello as well. The three wise men.
Ed Lennon. Let's not get him on board.
Taught for more years than I care to remember, but
Oh no.
taught with a good couple with Stapes, and the families. We had 4 families which were part of an investment group, which we went away for holidays because all of our kids were roughly the
Teachers
same age.
could invest a lot.
Oh, Jake, how much could a teacher invest? Yeah.
No, very little. So we didn't have fancy holidays.
We just had a guinea fowl attack outside. Yeah, I could just hear guinea fowls.
But we had
And that is
we had wonderful. We'd go once a month. We'd go to we'd go to various houses. There were 4 of us. So we turned to host, and our kids will still to this day or communicate with each other. Far beyond what we can even remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, gee whiz, man. And it's a good idea to also, like, it's the relationship
It was
thing.
a very special little relationship, and
Yeah.
we went to little places, and our kids just had so much fun, and we had fun, and
Family time.
It was very, very special. That.
The
Family
one
time
thing,
is
the
always
one
good.
thing that you must be said is that Stapes managed to find in those particularly long evenings, he managed to find some very strange places which turned into toilets.
It's going to be my
Yeah,
signature.
the signature thing is where Stapes goes to the loo. Oh, my soul. Oh, thanks, Tomo. You're a legend, man. And I know Tomo's been on a few times, being a regular on Gino Spots. So thank you for your time, Tomo. Appreciate
Always
it.
a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And thank you for keeping PE and the Eastern Cape laughing. It's
Yeah,
important.
I tell you, we're going to have to. We've got no bloody beaches now, and we have to go to bed at 10 o'clock on Algiers.
Where am I going to wee now?
Exactly. He's not even going to be drunk enough to be anywhere.
Can't we on the beach
Can't
anymore?
we? Not on the beach. Thanks, Tomo.
Pleasure,
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Stapes.
Sure.
Tomo, nice to see you again.
Okay, so Tomo, we got Tomo and we had Vicky. Are those some of your oldest friends? I mean,
And those friends are so special. Eh?
yeah, they are.
So special.
Absolutely.
And, those roots are deep.
Yeah, it's a lot of years, a lot of years. I love it. Now we could talk about your Spar stuff now, and I don't know what Gary's got. He might have some big.
Please, suppliers, won't you keep us in the forefront? We always want to be the bestest in your stock. We buy some trucks of lots of stock and sell it with good GP. And then we'll raise a glass to say thank you to you. Good deals, service levels, trade shows and out of stocks, promotions, media panels on market days. Our suppliers, how we miss restock and regular calls, relationships and communication.
Philippa's going to get the guinea fowl because my word, they're loud.
I thought she was going to vomit.
No, not at all. No, she's chasing the guinea fowl. We've got all of a sudden 100 million guinea fowl deciding to roost in the tree. We can't hear a bloody thing. But that was unpleased. That was the most terrible unpleased daddy I've ever heard. Who was playing guitar? Which poor tormented soul was playing the guitar?
Christine, our liquor buyer.
All right. Dean, I feel for you, man. I feel for you big time. Holy moly. No, so that was part of Spar. Now you were talking about. I was just thinking of these parts of your life that you've moved. You came from Zim, you went from King, you came to PE, you had to do all these changes. So. And you know what? There's a lot to be said about the fact that you can take a chance, because to do something like that as well. And I remember you doing a skit with us as well.
I'm sure Gary's going to show.
I'm sure. I don't know if he's got anything on it. I don't know. But you did it was a little show for us, and we decided we're going to get Stapes in to do a Spar thing as well, and you jump in with both feet. That's the thing. I think you've got that ability to be able to take that chance and just go for it and lay yourself out. People love it when you do that. When people do that. Look at this. There we go. That's the pick. Tell us about that, Stapes. Speak nice and loudly into your mic as well. You're very soft.
So we do trade shows,
Yes.
and trade shows have become my little signature thing at Spar.
Yes, the trade shows, absolutely.
And we theme it. We're the
Yes.
only region that themes our trade shows. So we did a Rocky Horror trade show.
Yes.
And I got you guys to come and do that. And we always have an after function.
Yes.
And it's lots of party, and the suppliers love it.
Yes.
So we did a Rocky Horror. I think you were doing a Bruce
Springsteen.
show.
We were doing the Springsteen show at the time, and then we decided we were going to use the same
Let's
gear.
do a little bit of a clip on
Yes.
Rocky Horror. And Gary phones me and says, "Can I be Brad?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, sure." Because I thought Brad would just say, "Hi, Brad. Hi,
Janet."
I thought I had like 2 lines.
Damn it, Janet.
And shit. Then I had this whole thing, and I must have played that video, that DVD or the CD in my
Yes,
car.
we gave Stapes the
about
CD.
400 times. And I couldn't remember the words, but I could.
You were terrible. You were terrible, but it was good.
Horribly terrible.
But it was fun. It was great fun. The thing is that, like I said, it's that part of you that can actually take a chance, take a risk, and get out there, and you don't care if it's self-effacing, whatever. It's fine, you know. And that's what people love about it, you know. And I think that there we go. There's some costumes. We have a couple of costumes that you've been using for Spar.
There was a snake involved in there.
Oh, I'm sure there was. Oh my soul! Was there? Then there's another cowboy.
There's the daughter.
Oh right, yes, that's your daughter.
Karen.
And that was she was working for Lint or something then.
Yeah.
And yes, the Xhosa vibe going on. Debele.
I'm a daughter.
Yeah,
I'm a daughter.
Yeah, quasi. Here we go. Oh,
There's the snake.
Oh, that's. Look at that. That looks absolutely delightful, Alan. I don't know what was going on there. Was it? Oh, there we go. A bit of mafia and 2 lovely ladies, both taller than you.
Yeah, I'm a little man.
Lovely. I don't know who those ladies are, but you know, honestly, Alan, and that's
Mommy.
Ah, there's Trish. You and Trish, you know, with your sailor's outfit on. Some more outfits. So you don't mind dressing up here. I can see that. Here we go. That looks like a Beach Boys kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely out this December, unfortunately.
Afraid not. I'll have to get my little paddling pool.
Yes, you'll have to get that out. Oh, look at that. I do believe that was the Queen.
Middle?
I think that was the Queen, Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, she's a little bit taller than me.
And a rather short skirt, actually. I love that Art Deco sort of one-piece thing that I've got going on there.
It was the streets of London.
That was the streets of London, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. Oh, that's me again with the pirates. There you go. That's another
Caribbean.
one. Pirates of the Caribbean. Always a different, but it was. There was always a Spar thing in there. It was always Spirates or, or something.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Sparabian or something. That is yourself.
Okay, so now we're getting into. That was a book club.
Oh, the book club.
I belong to a men's only book club.
Yes. Men's only. Oh, how very politically incorrect.
Yeah. Which is very often criticised as a bunch of oaks who just want to go and dope and watch porn.
Yes. Oh, yes. Of course.
To beer or not to beer? That is the question. However, all of the answers have been answered. And the question. So tonight, as I prepare for the Balls, Bullshit, Beers and Boobs book club. Alright, so welcome to the Beers, Balls, Beers and Boobs Bullshit book club company. We'd like to start a new little nomination thing, and we invite all book clubs to join us. But let's just welcome you all. So, cheers.
I noticed that the name changed. Gary knows where to find stuff. He has his base and means. He has his base and means. So I don't even know, because the name changed from your first one to the second one.
It's just a BB.
There's lots of B's in it. There's lots of B's.
But it's a great little book club because we are serious about reading.
Okay.
So we gather once a month.
Yeah.
So originally, this thing was supposed to be gather at my house.
Yes.
Have a little chat, share some book stories. I'll prepare food. It must not be touched by a female's hands.
Oh, really? Okay. So it's all men. They must do all the work.
It's disappeared.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the women do the work. We just pitch and
Oh, right. So I can hear them because they're not going to take your cuck anymore. Oh, I love it. So, a good bunch of mates.
We have some amazing discussions, which has always continued. So once we've got through the books, and everybody goes through their books and says, no, I like this one, or I don't like this one, or whatever. Then we get to the meal, and we always choose a topic of discussion. So the one evening was, who has caused the most cuck in South Africa? And it was from
Malema to Zuma
to Zuma to, and we ended up with Winston Churchill.
Oh, really? Winston. Oh, yes, Winston Churchill.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, that's where these guys go. They're intelligent people, and alcohol helps with intelligence.
I'm sure it makes them much cleverer.
Yeah, so we have a great time, and that's, I think, second to squash. Probably my other biggest passion is reading.
Yeah. Okay, and then of course, I mean that all comes into the marketing thing as well, because I know you like you do the trade show, you enjoy that. Yeah. There's a bit of English teacher in there every time. But Spar, I mean, you've been now with Spar how many years?
Sure, 24 years.
24 years now.
24 years.
Gee whiz, okay.
Yeah. It was a big jump.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's what I say. The chutzpah, the bravery, basically, to jump from teaching into a corporate and just leave everything and go.
Yeah, and I mean the crazy thing was, I was in Egypt with the SAS School's squash side.
Yeah.
Trisha got a phone call from Graham Claessens, who was at Spar.
Yes.
And said, how do I feel about a job at Spar? And she'd also had a thing from Hilton College.
Oh yeah.
Offering me a job.
Oh wow.
I had these two jobs. One go to Hilton College.
Holy moly.
The prime school of
Durban. Yeah.
And this offer from Spar.
Yeah.
And shit, what do I do? I've got these two beautiful options.
Yeah. Gee,
and I was accepted at Hilton. That we would have we would have had to take our kids up and move everything. And I just thought, let me try.
Yeah. Spar.
So I jumped into Spar, and I must say the first 2 or 3 years, I absolutely hated it.
Oh, really?
I hated it.
Oh, no.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was ordering toilet rolls, and
the
whole of Eastern Cape ran out of toilet rolls because I was ordering too little. And then they told me, and then there were truckloads.
So too many toilet rolls coming in.
So my nickname at Spar is Bog Roll.
Is that why it's Bogs? Oh my word! They call. Rosie was calling you Bogs the other day, and holy moly! Oh, well, it looks like we got a little surprise visitor. Seeing that you mentioned him, I see I hope we've got him on screen. I can't see the picture yet, but Gary's. It looks like Gary's been doing some organising.
I hope it's not Graham Claessens.
No, it's not Graham Claessens. I don't think. Oh, when he comes on, so Boggs is from the toilet rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely classic. And I don't know. I'm hoping that we've got something from Rosie as well. Let's give a quick message from Roseanne.
This man is known to me as a man with many names. He goes by Sorrel, Septimus, Vesuvius. He's given me names such as Grisabella, Sophia, Frangelica, everything but my own name. I have mad love for him. I have worked with him for 13 years, and none of what he writes makes sense. However, it's so entertaining. Alan has played a pivotal role in my development in my years at Spar. And as you can see from the pics, we've had almost a lifetime of memories together. And Alan has also mastered the art of taking selfies. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to at least teach him one thing in our time together at Spar, and I have taught him how to pout, and I must say that he he's slaying. He's absolutely slaying at pouting. He's just such an incredible man to work with and never has anything bad to say about anybody. If kindness and humility was a person, it would be Alan Septimus Stapleton.
Shame. She's a sweetie, that one.
Yeah, she's a beauty. You've got to have her on this show.
No, we'll get Rosie on for sure. We're gonna do.
And she needs to play drums.
No, she's already had a little go at the drums. She does our little intros every now and again, you know, as well as yourself. And okay, so I've got I mean I know Spar and his relationships. Obviously, Conrad was a long part of that as well here, and he's gone to Durban, I know, yeah. And I mean that's when I got to know you as well through. I mean I didn't know you from Grey, although you taught most of my friends at Grey. Yeah. I didn't know you. I knew Ed London. He was around me. He taught me for a bit. But yeah, so I met you through Spar, and it's always been something different with you with your gigs, especially those trade shows. Got to know that I would always be at the trade show, and I'd always be it's normally the testing ground for my new characters, because there'd be some character that I'd need to do for the trade show, and it was always fun. So definitely a part of that, a part of my creative juices.
I think Spar's been fantastic for me from that point of view. It's allowed me to open up, and see different worlds and different and just be different, and Spar's been very special, and I think the nature of Spar has also clicked into my personality, in terms of the giving and the sharing and the caring and the passion and the family. Their values speak very much to where I am. Absolutely.
I mean, I know you were doing a golf day this last weekend, wasn't it?
So special.
Tell us about the golf day. It was animal welfare?
Yeah, so, two little things. I mean, we got a call from the Port Elizabeth Golf Club saying we want to do a Christmas golf day of giving. Yeah. So I'm right in there.
Okay, yeah.
And within a day or so, we got another call from the SPCA in Newton, who haven't been paid for 9 months. They haven't got their grants.
Gee whiz, okay.
They've got nothing. They're just living on community support.
Yeah.
So we put this golf day together, golf day of giving. It wasn't a prize giving, it was a prize offering.
Yeah.
Okay. And so special, and just the stuff just rolled in. So we were able to raise 30,000 Rand for these guys.
Fantastic.
Pet food for 2 months.
For pet food for years, No, fantastic.
And those things are so special, and it's a bit like that Wheelchair Wednesday.
Yes, I did the Wheelchair Wednesday with you guys.
And I'm actually privileged to have the job that I have. That I can go in there and 200 people this year. Yeah. Get a wheelchair, can live a normal kind of life.
It's not difficult though. I mean, being Spar as well. The group is. I mean, there must be people asking you all the time. I mean, I know for charities they are not obviously. They're large companies around and they give, but there's always more that's needed, and it must be so hard to choose.
Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart.
Oh, there you go. Do you write that morning Facebook word salad before or after your first coffee? She says, Caroline.
During.
During. Oh, excellent.
It all depends on how many beers I had the night before.
Okay. See, Gino, you have too much hair. Stapes is too little. I'll cut mine and we'll give. It'll be my gift to the giving givers. There we go. Well, there was a Mr. Stapleton who worked at the grocers in Westbourne Road, Richardson's.
That was my Uncle Jack.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Oh, was he? Yeah. A grocer?
No, he actually worked for Goodyear.
Okay.
He did very well.
A tire nair.
Well, hopefully not.
We don't know.
And when he retired, he linked up with Trisha's dad, Peter Stewart, who ran, I think it was called Richardson's. It was a little grocery
store. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
I see Anton saying Fabry was also supposed to become a teacher. I don't know about that, Anton. Did you teach Anton as well?
I did. I think that's why he writes such sad songs.
Yes. Well, Anton's become a teacher now as well, you know. So
yeah.
I mean,
a very respected teacher.
I know, and it just makes so much sense. And I would never have thought that. I would have never thought you'd done that, Anton. It was amazing. I played with Anton so many years, and actually grew up with him as well. Playing with his music, but also we were at school together. We were at Clarendon, and then he went to Grey. But Stapes, I've got a special message for you now, just to kind of round things up a little bit.
I've been asked by Gary to tell you a few things about Stapes that maybe you don't know, and I've chosen 3 things. The first is he is not a handyman in any sense of the word. During lockdown, when the grass needed to be mowed, and it wasn't something I was going to do, he had to message our gardener Tando to ask him how to start the lawnmower. Secondly, I think a lot of you know that he really loves and appreciates his music, but maybe you're not aware of how eclectic and diverse his taste is. We'll be sitting braaiing, and we can have anything from Rex Harrison singing Why Can't the English Teach Their Children How to Speak, to Christmas carols, which at this time of the year are totally appropriate, but sometimes in June. But then, as Tape says, they're special anyhow, and why should we keep them for only a special time of the year? And then we would move on to Uriah Heep, Alice Cooper, Celine Dion, and any and everything in between, and then on to Afrikaans music, which he has now discovered that he actually rather enjoys. Not all of it, some of it. And then yesterday morning it was Nana Muscuri. However, don't ask him to sing along because he can't. Don't ask him to dance because his rhythm is not the best there is. However, music for Stapes is about the words. And for those of you that follow me on Facebook, you will know that he loves to play with words, and he loves the meaning and the double meaning, and he likes to smoke with your brain sometimes with what how his posts go. And that brings me to the last thing that for me is the most important thing. At this time of the year of Christmas, we turn to thinking about gifts. But for us as a family, our most important gift every year is a letter. For the 35 years that we've been married, I've had a letter on the tree every year. Stapes writes it, and as the kids have got older, there's been letters on the trees for them, on the tree for them as well. These have become the most important gifts we receive from him. And even though our children are now overseas, he will still email them their versions to open on Christmas morning. They have become a special tradition in our household, and Stapes, we really love you for it.
Stapes, that's lovely, man. That's absolutely lovely. You write letters every year.
Right. It's been special.
Oh, we got. Looks like Ed. It looks like Ed made it. Ed, are you there? He was there. He is there. We got you, Ed. He's got a bad connection.
Just at the back. Can you?
Oh, the
amazing modern technology.
Yeah, no problem. Ed, you better do a quick one before your internet disappears. I'm so glad we got you on.
Gino?
That's why I didn't want to do it from
home. You were in my computer class when you were in St. 6. I don't know if you remember that.
Just say again, Ed.
I'm losing you.
Oh no! So it looks like it's disappearing. We haven't got a good enough connection.
Buffering a bit.
maybe you're lucky. Maybe you're lucky that we can't get a connection.
I think I am.
But no, just tell us about the letters.
I don't know how that started. Maybe because I'm such a cuck buyer. I'll try to buy Trisha jewelry, and every single time she doesn't like it. So
yeah.
I'm not a good shopper, so then I rely on the 24th of December, and then I just buy a whole bunch of cuck. And last year, there was a Christmas stocking for Karen, and there was stocking for Ian.
Yeah.
And I bought all the stuff that should go into a Christmas stocking, but I forgot about Trish. Yeah, but So yeah, it's very interesting. A guy, Brent Keevy, I don't know if you know him.
Yes, I know
told
Brent.
him about my letters, and he started writing that.
Yeah.
He's actually started a whole thing going through a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a very, very personal way
course.
of telling somebody you love them.
Yes.
And appreciate.
And your feelings. So I mean, writing stuff down is often easier than talking.
Your year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's great. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Very cheap and
yes,
appreciated Christmas
it's very cool. And Trish is so special. And you're right. That lady of yours, she's a force of nature.
Yeah. Somehow I was very lucky.
Indeed.
That she chose me.
You know.
And she did. I mean, she picked me up at All Grey one night.
You know, I'm not surprised that happened. No, a confident lady and just so knows what she wants.
To be very honest,
yeah.
I was teaching my under-13 rugby side.
Yeah.
Hadn't won a game the whole year.
Yeah.
We played Grey Bloom.
Okay.
You beat Grey Bloom, you are champion.
Yes.
We played the Grey Bloom under 14 F side or
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
We won.
Uh-huh.
Grey first team won that same year.
Yeah.
We party at Old Grey and we need to kick the Grey Bloom teachers off to the station.
Yes.
And Trisha comes through and we're standing, Keith Craigshaw, myself,
yes.
saying, we're having a back to school party in Warmer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll come if we feel like it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so anyway, we duck off there.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Steve Smith, was supposed to be going with Trish. He hadn't pitched yet.
Okay.
And I pulled in.
Oh, right. Sorry, Steve.
35 years later.
At the back to school party. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm so glad that you did. And I mean, there's a lot of love for you out there. Let me tell you, Gary didn't have to search too hard. Those letters are not cheap. They're priceless, says Wendy. You're absolutely right, Wendy. There's nothing better that can be a letter from your soul. Absolutely fantastic. All right, but Stapes, thank you for coming on.
It's been a pleasure, Gino.
And
it's always great to be with you.
Yeah, and I'm glad you could do it because I needed something that I could be relaxed with and do because I've had a hell of a week of it, and we've got I'm going off for a little bit of a couple of days break until Saturday, and we'll be back on Saturday to do another show. But I was so glad that I could get you on. We Stapes and I jetted off this week. We did a little corporate function, small 20 people. And it was lovely, all the way out in the Transkei, and we jetted out in a jet. Like, hey, how was that?
And came back in a Porsche.
I mean, we are just flying, baby. That's right. But thank you, Stapes.
Gino, thank you.
Pleasure to have you on.
And to everybody out there, wonderful Christmas. Lots of family loving, lots of happiness. And let's try and stay positive and safe. There are a lot of people struggling.
Yeah.
So let's be as positive we can. But thank you so much for letting me be part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Couldn't do without you. Thanks, Stapes.
Cheers, Gino.
All right. All rightio. So, Stapes, you can go off to the side there now, and we've got the competition to go. And you better. Okay, we're going to switch this mic off here now. I think we can do that. There we go. Okay, we've got the drum cam. Got the drum cam. And I want the name of the song and the name of the artist in the comments. I'll play drums to it. I'm going to see if hang on, just first turn off this story here. There we go. So, all right. Name of the artist and the name and then you get a case of Fitch and Leeds. Care of Fitch and Leeds delivered to you anywhere in the country. Just let me know. All right. a winner. All right. And the winner, there we got lovely, going on holiday. All right, Keith Marie, you are the winner. Pinch kiss. So get out of cyberspace and see what you got a home to go to. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Spar, and thank you to Fitch Leeds, and thank you to Amobia as well for our internet. And we'll see you on Saturday. Oh, wait. Thank you to Alan.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.